How to study effectively. Well, when we talk about study, which in this sense could be a very broad term, we have to be careful. And this is why I would like to talk about studying effectively in the sense of taking several courses over a period of 4-5 months, which we call a semester. So let me put it this way. I want to share with you tips on how to take courses effectively. Meaning, I want to share with you tips on how to study in its broader sense effectively. Let me say this. We all have to take several classes at the same time, and that becomes a burden. So the first tip that I want to share with you about ways we can find for studying more effectively is making a list and identifying which courses are heavier than others. Let's say that you're a science major and that semester you have calculus. You have to prioritize calculus because maybe compared to other classes, this is the hardest. So it's very important if you want to study effectively that you may be able to balance, to weigh which courses are heavier and which courses are not as heavy. Let me give you a second tip. Once you identify which courses are heavier than others and you prioritize them, at the same time, you have to touch base every week with all your courses. What do I mean by that? Maybe you will focus too much on that course or courses that give you a headache. But remember that the other courses are important too. So at least once or twice a week, you have to check what the other courses are talking about. Going to class is not enough. You have to review by yourself. You have to find a place and a moment when you can check all the courses throughout the week. I have to be honest, it might be impossible to do that on a daily basis, but on a weekly basis, I believe it's pretty possible. The third tip that I would like to share with you on how to study effectively. First, you had to balance and you had to see which courses or which course is heavier than the others. Second, you had to touch base with every course. But third, you have to make sure that you identify what is the challenge of every course. Maybe this course requires a paper and that's the major challenge of this course, but maybe the other course has a final exam and you know that that might be difficult. It would be very helpful for you to make a list and put on that list what is the major challenge that you have for each course that you are taking. Easy to say, hard to do, but I am sure that these 3 tips may help you a lot.